Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Vox. Tracy here, and well, it's been a bit disrupted this morning. I knew that, excuse me a second, just not see the unorganised bit over there for now. Yeah, it's been a bit unorganised this morning everywhere because Gary said that he wouldn't turn the electricity off until later on in the day. But guess what? I woke up to no tea, which is a cardinal sin, and to noises of him moving stuff about and getting started on the DIY. And unfortunately, he had to move some electrical sockets, so he just turned the electric off. And then he had to do a few other things that, and it was complicated as well, that didn't help. And then, yeah, so it's been off for ages. So I couldn't do it. So what did I do? I couldn't help him for that sort of part of it. So I went and did some stock taking out in the yarn van. And I bought some boxes. I should have brought one in to show you. But they're kind of, well, they're flat. They're like this. And they're about that long and about that wide. And I use them to send people's crochet hooks and Chalgu Tunisian crochet hooks, anything that's small that I didn't want to bend up and it would get broken. I've been using some, I've been repurposing some for quite some time now, because one of my skin creams used to arrive in a box that size, and Fluffy's flea treatment used to arrive in a box that size, but my skin cream got changed, the packaging got changed to kind of a carton now that's not right. And Gemma did give me some for her contact lenses, and so I've been making do with those for a while. Well, she doesn't get contact lenses and I never see her. Well, I don't hear from her either. So that's that one gone. Fluffy, I cancelled the flea treatment for a while. I might start it up again, so that one was gone. And then the creams arrive in a different one. But luckily over Christmas, when I'd ordered a few things, they'd arrived in boxes like that. But now I was on my last one, so I figured, you know what, I'm just going to buy some. So I did. What a long story just for a few boxes, honestly. Anyway, I've ordered them, and then I took the big box of them because I've got enough to last me forever, mostly, out there, and then decided to learn how to make one, so that when I was a little, maybe on a hurry to get one done, I would know what I was doing. And then I thought, you know what, maybe I'll make some space in some of the boxes, because as I've sold yarn, some have got hardly any in, or a few in, and maybe a few of this one and a few of another one. So I figured, you know what, I can shift some yarn around, will free up another box. So I was doing that, and then I figured, you know, while I'm doing that, I might as well stock take it. And then I thought, you know what, for the longest time, my Peter Pan yarn has been in boxes that I had a lot of DK. So there was too much DK for one box. So some had the precious fluffy one in, and with some 3-ply, and there was 2-ply, so that could go in there. You know, so it was really kind of a lot of different stuff in different boxes. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to just put it all in its own boxes now, because as I've sold some, there's more space, and I could stock take it, because I did give lots of that away in mystery boxes, and putting yarn in people's orders so they would be able to see what other yarn was like. And so I didn't always keep tabs. So I figured I'll do a stock take, and then I know exactly, I can make my stock levels correct on the computer. So that's what I was doing. It was cold out there, guys, so I've got a hoodie on, because I couldn't put the heaters on with the electric off. So Gary knocked at the yarn van, and he said, if you want to do your video quick, I'll put the electric back on for a while. And he said, but it won't be for long, about half an hour. So I said, okay. Which means I probably won't be able to upload it in time. And while I left the yarn van, I should have put the heater on so it warmed up a bit, but I didn't. I'll get quite warm lugging those boxes around, so that's fine. Let's do the joke, shall we? Now, I probably have to squint to see it. It's not hard to meet expenses. They're everywhere. Isn't that the truth? Just heard the last few, well, they've been talking about it for a while, that electricity and gas are going up again. Okay, kind regards was the last one. So what's this one? Please advise me. Translates to, I really have no idea. Save me! Which, yeah, probably is. Please advise me. That sounds about right, doesn't it? So what have we got today, Mandalorian-wise? So the 4th was yesterday. I've been writing on the back of these, which is a bit of a repurpose. No, a cute one. There we go. Isn't that gorge? Oh, I love Grogu. He's my thing. So now I've got another piece of paper to write on the back of before I throw it away. Just every now and then I need to jot stuff down. So I figured, well, you know, at least it'll have another purpose other than just discarded. So yeah, today there is an open with me popping up. I was going to do some other videos because Gary did say that he wouldn't switch me off until later, but he lied. Well, he didn't lie as much as wake up and thinking, let's get started, which is fine for him, you know. But you know what? He was like, I need you to come and hold this for me. I need you to come and do this. And like, my eyes had just opened. And I was like, oof, what? Usually there's a gentle wake up with a cup of tea maybe. But no. And I thought, well, how... I know what he's like when he first opens his eyes. There's no way he'd jump out of bed and start doing stuff. So I said, oh, you know, give me a minute. So it took me a while to get moving, but nowhere near as long as it usually does. But I've noticed that I really do need to, I can't wait to start kind of the diet. We need to eat up a few like potatoes and stuff like that. And I really start winding down now though, because I wake up feeling worse than when I went to sleep. It's just not, it's not how it's meant to be, is it, guys? No. I started putting my ponytail a bit higher, and there's a reason for that. Oh, it was really a lot higher yesterday, so it kind of... And what it is, my hair's got so long now that whenever I sit and I try to move, it's trapped behind me and it pulls and it gets on my nerves a little bit. So I'm forever shoving it over that side, then shoving it over that side. And I was watching this program where this girl had a really high ponytail. It was about here. And it kind of cascaded over her whole head. Didn't look very nice, I have to say. It looked a bit of a mess. But I figured that would get it out of my way, wouldn't it? So it's a bit higher than it was. It's still, you know, not as high as it was yesterday. But I figured, you know, just for a while, it'll help get it out of my way. So yeah, I've got a bit of an I dream of Jeannie. Oh, I need to get one of those long thingies that go around it. Then it would be Master Boing. I used to love that program. You know when? Oh, hang on a sec. Sorry about that. I sneezed. Yeah, I used to love that program. When I was a child, there was a few programs that I absolutely loved, and that was one of them. Yeah, I Dream of Jeannie. That was my very first kind of crush. I loved Larry Hagman back then. He was kind of cute in that. He wasn't JR or anything. He was much younger. So yeah, I had a big like schoolgirl crush then. I was probably very young. I'll tell you a secret, right? I might have mentioned this a long while ago, but this is sad, right? You know when you're really, really young and you first start getting a crush on whoever? It would be more easy to say whatever. There's Gary having a sore up. So it'd be easier to say whatever, because when I was very little, I had a crush on a TV star called Scott Tracy. I always figured that if I married him, my name would be Tracy Tracy, which would be kind of cool. But Scott Tracy was a Thunderbird puppet. Seriously. I was very, very young. And I had the hots for a Thunderbird puppet. Some people don't share this stuff, you know. Some people would be too ashamed. But not me, you know. Actually, these days, you can be who you want to be. You can be whatever gender you want to be. Maybe I want to be a Thunderbird puppet. Now I formally identify it as a Thunderbird puppet. Then it's not odd because we're both Thunderbird puppets. And the way his bottom lip used to go, yes, Virgil. Must have really did it for me back in the day. Seriously. That was the strangest crush I ever had. Other than that, I used to really like ugly men. You know, I kind of had a bit of a crush on Bernard Bresslaw. Now, come on, guys of you across the pond might not know who that is, but he was in the Carry On films, and he was a great, big, tall, ugly guy who was always stupid and dim, but very like heart of gold. Yeah. Yeah. So I did have some weird ones. Then it started with the Donny. When I got to a certain age, you know, and I realised that Scott Tracy was a puppet. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah. So yeah, that's my kind of misspent youth. There you go. Whew. So yeah, I've got my work cut out for me in that yarn van, I tell you. Oh, but it's good though that I have really started making more space. I think I've got a bit more space than I ever have had, which is a good thing because when in a very short space of time, I'm going to have to take a lot of stuff out there that shouldn't be there for a very short space of time. Just to kind of, we're switching rooms around, so I'm going to need the storage space as much as I can get. And in a minute, Gary's going to want me to hold that thing that he's cutting to help him put it up. So I'm going to be builder's mate again. This afternoon, and in between when he needs me and he doesn't need me, I'll be stock taking. So I wanted to do another video, but it's not going to happen with the electric going off and on, off and on. I'm surprised the internet came back, to be honest with you. It doesn't always. Just checking it is on, but it usually does it a bit of a disservice, and he's had the electric off twice already today, and it won't be the last time. So I better not talk for too long or I won't get chance to upload it. Excuse me, underneath my ponytail itches. Do you get that? When maybe I did it a bit tight, I don't know. It's not, doesn't look too tight, does it? And I keep getting this bit of hair here. I'm tempted to just cut it off, but I really need it to get as long as the rest of my hair so it stops doing that. But I get these, it's very annoying. You know, I don't mind a little bit of fallout now and then. It does actually sometimes look kind of cute, but when it's just a tuft at each ear, it's really not, is it? It's really not. I'm starving, guys. You know, I keep saying I'm going to start the diet, not start the diet, but start the wind down and all that. It's going to be really difficult at first. I think when I get on low carb, it won't be, because it does sap the appetite. That'll make it good, but for now it doesn't. Now, I would have recorded out in the yarn van. It's pitch dark out there, so I couldn't get any lighting at all. And I was looking into a battery operated ring light. Do you think I could find one for occasions like that where I could at least go out there and do some filming? So yeah, if anybody sees on Amazon in the UK a battery operated ring light, and I don't mean one of those soppy things that fit on the phone, I've found a few of those, but I'd really like a proper one, a rechargeable even, you know, as long as it worked when I had power cuts or Gary's happening. That would be a real godsend to me if I could find one, or someone could find one for me. I have looked, but you know, nothing doing. Well, not so far. What else have I got to tell you? I don't think I've got much really. Not really been doing a great deal. Tomorrow I shall see Tyler. Yeah, that's the plan. Mike has him overnight and we're going to give him his Christmas present because we haven't seen him. They were invited over, but it didn't happen. And so, yeah, finally get to... That'll be a bit of a nice little sack gone out of my bedroom. More stuff. It was such a relief when Christmas happened and you could get rid of all the stuff that was... Because I had a big pile in one corner that was Gary's, Michael's and Tyler's, because I figured they were coming, you see, at various parts of Christmas. And then over the other side of the room, I had Paul and Victoria and Harley and Alfie and Bailey all over the other side. And now it's like, wow, space again. But I haven't really got space because, like I said, we're going to switch rooms around, and that just means a lot of stuff where stuff shouldn't be. And there's my chair out there. At the moment, I can't get it out into the yarn van because we've got too much stuff out there with all this room switching. I often wonder if there'll ever be an end to it. Surely there will. Okay, well, I'm going to get off and feed this face because I'm starting to rumble. And while this is uploading and we've got a bit of electricity, I might take the opportunity to make some toast for myself and Gary, or a bacon sandwich or something. So thanks for watching. And I'm sorry it's late, and it might be even later than I plan if it doesn't upload in time. So bye for now. And don't forget to watch the Open with me. And if I can get on a bit later, I'll be back. Bye for now.